A conservative Republican is right now standing in the way of dismantling the NFA for machine guns. So let's go ahead and talk about it. All right, we are live, and right now, before too much pomp and circumstance, if you look on the banner right now, that is a phone number and an email address of Tom Willis. He is the head of the West Virginia Judiciary, and we need him to call the bill that we are talking about to the to the stage to actually get a hearing. Basically, what we want is the hearing on Senate bill. Then, and the Senate bill is Senate Bill 1071. Senate Bill 1071 would set up an ABC like store that sells machine guns to the public. This is totally legal because it's actually in the Hughes Amendment. And not only that, but when the FRTs are given back, some of the states try to say, hey, well, if these are determined to be a machine gun in the future, you are transferring a machine gun in violation of the Hughes Amendment. And the DOJ said, not so fast, because in the Hughes Amendment, there is an exception for federal and state governments to transfer machine guns to the general public. And Bill 1071, Senate Bill 1071, would do just that. It would set up a store in West Virginia. There is enough votes to get this through. But before we get it through, it has to have a hearing in the judiciary. And Tom Tillis, I mean, Tom, not Tom Tillis, sorry, Tom Willis of West Virginia is the head of the judiciary. He is the person that holds the keys to the kingdom. And right now, he is slow footing putting SB 1071 on the docket to be heard. We need it heard this week. If we don't hear it this week, it dies in committee. So right now, Tom Willis seems to have bigger fish to fry, and this is not one of his priorities. The only way to make this one of his priorities is to flood his emails, his social media, which is also listed in the description of the videos, and his office with phone calls to say that we want this. You don't have to be West Virginia to call. You can say, "Hey, I'm visiting West Virginia, and because I wanted to visit West Virginia, I want machine gun shops ran by the state government so I can have machine guns." We all want machine gun shops ran by mom and pops and everything else, but there's no exception to that. But there is an exception for states in the Hughes Amendment. So we need Tom Willis to list this for a hearing in the judiciary so we can get a vote. This is very, very time sensitive. We need to get this done this week. If we don't get it done this week, it dies. And for what I'm hearing right now, he's not against it, but he just thinks that there's more important things. So if we can change his mind on that, and the way to change his mind on that is being loud. There's squeaky wheel does get the grease. So if you guys would call 304 357 7867 or email them actually. Don't or email them and email them and tag them on social media. And his email address is tom.willis@wvsenate.gov. Demand that the judiciary uh, go ahead and list this for a hearing. So that is what we need. The only way to get this across the finish line, and there is people willing to vote for it in West Virginia, is to get it by a Republican. That Republican claims to be pro-gun. He claims to be a conservative. He is a former Special Forces member. So we need to put pressure on him to actually put it on the docket so they can have a hearing on it and then it can go to the floor for a vote. Um, that that is what we need. That is definitely what we need. So if you could do me a favor, share this video everywhere, or you don't have to share the video, make your own video. The information is down below in the description. It's up on the board right now. And we need to get this out there to everyone to get as many people as possible to call. So go ahead and let's put a lot of pressure on this dude and get him to relent and to schedule a judiciary hearing. If you know any big YouTubers or anyone with any type of social media platform, or even yourself, just post on your own social media to have people call. If we get like 1,000 people to post this on their social media, which I know we can do, we can get this make a difference. So let's go ahead and do this. Thank you so much for watching. Just had to make this video just to try to push it across the finish line and get this done, because once one state falls, it's going to have a cascading effect across all the other red states. And then we can definitely kill the NFA. One person asked me, well, why not get rid of the whole NFA? And I don't think that is going to happen. So the way to get rid of the NFA is through 1,000 paper cuts. You keep on weakening it, weakening it, weakening it until it finally falls. That's how they took our rights back away from us. And that's how we're going to get our rights back, is by death by 1,000 paper cuts. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to get out of here. Screw the NFA.